as the path grew more narrow. And isn't that what truth does? As we're walking on the broad road, and God says, let's take the off-ramp, Christian, and get on to the narrow road. It's kind of maybe a different way of thinking about it. Coming off of the broad road, taking the off-ramp off of that and onto the narrow road. When we get on that narrow road, it's not as narrow as it is at the beginning for us as new Christians, or even generational Christians, if you will. So where the truth continually, more light is revealed, and therefore there's more to live up to, right? The pathway becomes more and more narrow. God wouldn't want to leave us on a broad road. And the wider the road, the more we could rely on the wagons and the horses. When, friends, we need to rely on Jesus Christ and Christ alone. Amen? So the road's going to get narrower. We decided that we could travel no longer on horseback with safety. There's also a process happening here. There's a lot more conveniences being stripped away. And so we left the horses and we went on foot in single file, following in the footsteps of one another. And at this point, small cords were let down from the top of the pure white wall, which we eagerly grasped to aid us in keeping our balance upon the path. And as we traveled, the cord moved along with us. The path finally became so narrow that we concluded that we could travel more safely without our shoes, so we slipped them from our feet and went on some distance without them. Soon it was decided that we could travel more safely without our stockings, and these were removed, and we journeyed on with bare feet. What does that mean? What does it mean we journey on with bare feet? I actually asked that question giving this program once, and afterwards a lady came up to me and said, "Brother Christian, you asked a question. What does that mean?" She goes, "Could it mean that as we are approaching the throne room of God, as we're approaching holy ground, that we're loosening our sandals because we are upon holy ground?" Amen? I thought, wow, that's a neat thought. We then thought of those who had not accustomed themselves to endure privations and hardships. Where were such now? They were not in the company with us.
All possessions, all with
and all is fleeting, all things fade as they begin, and hearts deceive and only know a chasing the wind. Without Jesus, why do we waste another day? He is the light that sustains us, the